and it's a war zone.
Welcome to Insider News. I'm Michael Zamores. Thank you for joining us on today's news. Unless you're not, well then, what am I doing here? Come on, it's just a waste of time. So, just leave the video. Just kidding, no, please. Please. Calm down and don't exit the video. Just give me another chance. Thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, before you guys almost took down the video, yeah, in today's news, we're going to be talking about Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is a genetic disorder that causes the brain to malfunction and not do the right commands it asks us to do. Now, this disease can be spread from different diversity, or it could also be another another gender. It can also be because of gender. Now, this disease is not fun to be a part of. Stick around after the break, and together we can fight this disease one fight at a time. Hey, Mom.
Hey, did you drink water?
No, not yet. Oh! Arrowhead, water for champions. If you're not drinking this water, then what are you doing with your life? You get it? No, that was actually really bad. Welcome back to Insider News. Standing by are some professors that are going to go into more detail about this disease. First one hails from Harvard University. Now, Professor, what are other names for Parkinson's disease?
Some other names for this disease can be paralysis, shaken palsy, and Parkinsonism. It can also be Parkinson's for short. Trash.
Thank you, Professor. Next question. What gene or chromosome is affected by this disorder?
There are two chromosomes that is affected by it. The first one is the alpha-synuclein gene, which is the long arm of chromosome 4. The other one is the Parkin gene, which is the long arm of chromosome 6.
Okay, we're almost done, Professor. What are the symptoms?
The people who get this disease can have tremors, stiff muscles, restless sleep, fatigue, amnesia, and impaired voice, anxiety, bad sense of smell, and a stiff jaw. These are some of the symptoms of this disease.
Okay, Professor, last question. How is it inherited?
Family cases of Parkinson's disease can be caused by mutations in the LRK2, Park7, Pink1, Parkin, or Sinca gene, or by alterations of the gene. We do not know which one.
Okay, so we want to thank that professor for his time. Now, we're going to move on to another expert. This expert hails from Yale University. Now, she's going to tell us about Parkinson's disease and if there are any cures or treatments. So, Professor, are there any treatments or cures?
Yes, there are many and can even make it easier to live with, but cannot change the course of disease. Like most other diseases, for treatment, it depends on which stage and scale the patient is measured at. Since neuron cells in the brain are missing, the medications can't increase the number of cells but might even kill them. Yet there are a few more treatment options but will not guarantee for them to fully cure the disease due to the many high risks.
Okay, next question. Can this be prevented?
Because the cause of Parkinson's is unknown, proven ways to prevent the disease also remains a mystery. However, some research has shown that caffeine may reduce the risk of developing PD. Aerobic exercise can even reduce the risk.
Now, this question we've gotten a lot, and we wanted to know if you have the answer to this. Can a person with Parkinson's disease have children, and will they be affected too?
The answer is yes. An individual with PD may have children but should know that they are at risk. Scientists hope that genetic studies will help us better predict who is at risk, so that interventions can take place before someone develops stops its symptoms. Unfortunately, we're not there yet. Hopefully, knowledge provided by genetics will help us diagnose earlier and to slow or stop its progression.
Last question. Is there any research on this? And is there a cure coming?
Through time, scientists have been using the same treatment for PD. In fact, there were even several large clinical trials testing other great medicines. Scientists even tried stopping the process by trying something called oxidative stress. Sadly, these clinical trials all failed. Researchers believe that a cure is not going to come along soon, due to our not quite advanced technology yet.
And now our last expert is, he hails from the University of Columbia, and he's going to teach us more about this, and he's going to conclude this session. So hopefully he can educate us more in this field, and we will see you guys in a little bit. Now, Mr. Collins, what causes the disorder? Oh, golly gee. Well, I reckon I better tell you. Well, Parkinson's disease is caused by low and falling dopamine. Dopamine is a compound present in the body as a neurotransmitter. That's basically like a radio. A victim of Parkinson's disease has abnormally low dopamine levels. Dopamine-generated cells known as dopaminergic neurons they're like a type of nerve cells in the substantia nigra part of the brain died. Experts, they can't tell why.
Mr. Collins?
Oh, I don't want to go to school.
Excuse me, Mr. Collins?
Stop it, you're not the boss of it.
Mr. Collins, this is urgent.
Go away.
Get up, you bum!
Yes, sorry, what? Sorry, yeah, okay. So what's your question?
Are there prenatal tests for this disorder?
Yes, at the moment, there are no lab tests to diagnose Parkinson's. If patients are not sure, then they will be tested to see if they have symptoms of something similar to the disease. Yeah, so for instance, blood tests, they may be done to check for abnormal thyroid hormone levels, and patients can take an MRI or CT scans. PET test, PET test, can be used to detect low levels of dopamine in the brain.
Now, what population is affected?
Okay, population, correct? Okay, so more than 10 million people worldwide are living with Parkinson's disease. About 4% of people with Parkinson's disease are diagnosed around the age of 50. According to studies, men are only 1.5 more likely to have Parkinson's than women. Wow, astonishing.
Last question, what kind of medical assistance will the affected child need as they progress in their lives?
Well, okay, I see what you're going with this. I asked my grandfather some questions about his disease, which is Parkinson's. He told me that he takes pills and rarely will he take liquids. He has trouble buttoning up his shirt and has trouble controlling his left hand. He can stop trembling for only about 2 hours every day. My grandfather can have trouble with speech, and sometimes stretching his arms and legs can make his body stop trembling. But the only thing where Parkinson's does not affect him is driving. When he drives, he is free. He feels free and young and invincible. Driving is what helps him forget about his medical issues. So that's why I think that my grandfather is one of the strongest men I know. Well, thank you, professors. That's gonna wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys can tune in next week. But before we go, I just wanted to tell you guys that science is cool, because watch this. I have a book here, right? Watch closely. Pretty cool, right? Now, we're in the studio, so there's no possible way it can rain unless we have holes, but we don't, because we're very clean and we take care of our surroundings. So watch this. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Amazing, right? Cool. Well, that's all I wanted to show you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and tune in next week.
¿Qué no miraste mi mano?
Mom,
Ay,
I
hijo
told
de
you to do
tu
a thumbs
madre.
up. Thanks for sticking. It's not really bad. Welcome to Insider News. I'm Michael Zamores.
We ain't never getting